This is the NE10 now. We turn our attention to women's soccer on this episode. We are joined by Mia Klammer of St. Rose, a team that has not lost in the regular season. Mia, am I correct on this in your collegiate career?
That would be correct. We were actually just talking to Adrian about this. I personally, in any game that I have played, I have never lost a regular season game myself. But my freshman year, we actually did lose one regular season game against Southern Connecticut on our senior day. But other than that, that's the only one.
Walk me through what that's been like and how that's happened. What has gone into St. Rose women's soccer that over the last couple of years, you guys have been virtually untouchable?
I think a big factor is coach. We all love her. She's an amazing person, and any other team that we play knows how loud she can be. And she's not just like that at games. She is a very passionate lady, and she knows what she wants, and she knows what she expects from out of us. And we just want to produce the best that we can for her, everybody as the team. And I think that she is just a huge factor of that. But besides that, I think everybody who's on the field or off the field, we all look at each other and we know that we want to play for each other. And that's a big part of it as well.
Let's talk about coach a little bit because most people probably would not know that she is not a full-time collegiate soccer coach. She is a full-time school teacher and also coaches an undefeated women's collegiate soccer team. What's it like for you? I mean, when you talk about role models, when you look at somebody who does what she does, how does what she's been able to do in leading you guys and in leading her life impress you?
Well, as you just said, she is also a school teacher. So she spends her days, whatever time she wakes up in the morning, to being at school, teaching however many kids, and then driving an hour, I think, to the field and practice and spending 3 hours with us, and then spending a little extra hours after in the training room just to get some stuff done. But having her put all of her time and all of her effort, everything extra besides school, going into us, it's heartwarming really, because she really has no other time. Like, so besides school, she puts all the time into this team to make it the best that it could be. So whether it is recruiting or watching film or game prepping or just knowing what she wants to do for practice, everything that she does is to help benefit this team.
I know everybody always says they want to win, and you have been unbelievably close a couple of times in your career, including making it to the national championship game. First off, what did it feel like to play in a national championship and to taste that close to your ultimate goal?
Being there is something that I will never forget. That stadium that we were at in Colorado Springs was, I believe, just freshly done, just freshly finished. And the view was beautiful. So we had the field and it was a stadium and the mountains in the background. And it was just, when you walked onto the field, you would look around and you'd be like, I can't believe I'm here right now. So it is something that I will never forget. Obviously, losing in a national championship is a little dagger to the heart, but just being there with my closest friends at the time and just enjoying every second while being there, the whole travel process, going to West Virginia, being on the bus, and then flying out to Colorado, is just something that I will never forget. And it was absolutely amazing.
You scored in that national title game, correct?
Yes.
Do you remember that moment?
I do. We were down, I think we were down 2-1 or 1-0 or something along those lines, and it was the tying goal. And being the little baby freshman that I was, I had one celebration. I would just throw my hands up in the air and I would jump up and down. And after, I was on a corner kick, and I just remember crashing the box and it knocking off my body and going into the back of the net. And I turned around and I looked right at Sierra Lundy, and I ran right to her, and I was put my hands up and I jumped and I was like, yeah. Just also another unforgettable moment.
How do you get back to that moment? And once you're there, how do you put St. Rose over the top?
Honestly, sometimes it's like you bring it up right now. Obviously, you just saw the smile on my face grow. but it's not hard to forget. So just you mentioning it, or anytime I'll score a goal happen to be like that, it just puts a smile on my face.
You are the current Northeast 10 leader in goals. You just had a 4-goal game. What's a 4-goal game feel like?
Honestly, I can't believe that happened. It's so surreal. I think going into that game, we knew that we would have no let ups and we had to get the job done, especially traveling the conditions that we played in. We had the men's NEs team play before us, and then we played and it was raining while our warm up was going on. And that was actually the second time I've scored 4 goals in a game. First time was my freshman year against Pace. And I think that was also the first time that I scored in general. But it doesn't get old. Scoring goal after goal and having my entire team run up to me and give me a hug and high fives. I love it.
Have you always been a goal scorer?
I have been, yes.
Why is that? Like what led you to be the offensive threat from an early age in soccer?
My dad. My dad and my sisters. I have an older sister and a younger sister. My younger sister, who is currently playing here with me. But my older sister, she just graduated from SUNY Cortland, and she was a defender there and has always been a defender, whether it was for high school club or anything. But my dad was also my club coach for a few years, and he taught me the way how I play. He taught me everything I know. And having him telling me in the back of my mind what I need to do, where I need to be. He still does it. I try and tell him, like, you're not the coach anymore. Got a different coach. Can't overbear. Relax. But he still criticizes me, tells me what I need to do, and he did tell me the other day that I need to shoot from outside the box. And it just so happens I shot from outside the box against St. A's, and it went in twice. So
It's like sometimes dad knows what he's talking about. Just he's dad.
just a few times.
Who's your favorite goal scorer?
I love me a good Abby Wambach. That just watching her play. I think I was actually at the game when she became the leading goal scorer for the U.S. women's national team, and just going back and watching all the goals that she has scored, and just such a motivational person that she is, helps me.
What would you say if you met her?
Thank you. Thank you for being the player that you are and helping me become the player that I am.
That's awesome. I don't know where to go from there. That's a great way to end it, but you did bring up your sisters. So I'll use this as a last question because I'll give you the last word on it, considering they're not here to defend themselves. The best Klammer sister playing soccer is blank.
It's hard. Everybody always says, it was like, oh, who's the best player? Who's the best player? And I always respond with, it's a difficult question because we all play different positions. So if you ask me who would be the best defender, I would say Katrina, who is my older sister. You said who's the best midfielder, I would say Piper because that's where she plays. And if you said who's the best forward, I'd say me because that's where I play. So that's kind of a different, tricky question for me to answer.
Future politician Mia Klammer, congratulations on the success and best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you so much.